In this episode, I will expose the dark reality behind a narcissist's reverse discard once for all. Reverse discard happens when a narcissist doesn't want to take responsibility for their actions. They want to cry wolf, they want to make the other source of supply think they are the victim of all your doings, you're the perpetrator, you're the abuser, and you are the narcissist. They will subtly, covertly, and cleverly push you to your limit so that you start reacting, and that reaction is then exaggerated to paint a picture that is totally inaccurate. Today, we'll dive in deep and also understand how this is a part of the overall betrayal you experience with the narcissist. Let's lay the foundation of this episode by watching a small video clip together. Help me understand one thing. You were always afraid he is going to leave you, but in the end, you left him. Why? You know what? I left him, it's right. But what if I tell you he made me leave him? Because narcissists do that all the time. They will abuse you until they break you. And when you leave them, they wash their hands of responsibility. Obviously, they'll blame you. Oh, I am the victim. She left me, he left me. And that is what he did with me. When they do not want their image to get impacted, they will keep pushing you, keep abusing you, keep creating chaos unnecessarily until you start reacting to their abuse and they start crying wolf. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have not subscribed already, please subscribe before we begin, because your subscription may help in spreading awareness about narcissistic abuse. The focus in today's episode is on a very important topic, and that is reverse discard. A narcissist will leave you eventually. That is a given. They have to replace you with somebody else because they always chase novelty. In fact, there are 3 stages to a narcissistic relationship, as you might already know. The first one is idealization or love bombing, then comes the devaluation, and finally the discard. There are 2 types of discard. One is the type where the narcissist leaves you dry to die, and second is reverse discard. Reverse discard happens when there's a lot at risk for the narcissist. For example, their public image, their family image, or the image before their own children. They want to be seen as the victim, as the martyr, the one who suffered the most, the one who is a saint, who has a heart open, compassionate, courageous, and strong enough to step back because you caused them harm. You are beyond control. You are insensitive. You are unhelpful. And most painfully, you are hurtful towards them. That is the message they want to send across. And for them to do this, they have to shape the environment accordingly. They will have to push your limits. They have to push your buttons, and they happily do so until you start reacting. When trying to reverse discard, a narcissist will point out insignificant flaws like something wrong with your cooking, cleaning, problems with your physical appearances, like how different you look now and your weight gain and all that. But the main difference between discard and reverse discard is that they won't point out these flaws directly. They'll make you feel miserable within. They will give you every single reason to leave. They will abandon you, neglect you, call you crazy, sometimes even trigger extreme form of physical violence so that you do something, you create a scene, and you leave them once for all. As I said in the beginning of this episode, reverse discard happens when a narcissist doesn't want to take responsibility for their actions. But what also happens is a big form of betrayal. How? A narcissist truly convinces you you are the crazy one through their gaslighting, through the way they set up the environment against you. They convince your children that you are the monstrous parent when you in reality or not. You are the opposite of all of that. Your reaction is magnified. Everybody focuses on that, but nobody asks the question, what is the missing element here? What got this person reacting that way? Did something happen? Is there something that we do not know? And that is the biggest betrayal, which makes you feel really helpful. You are made to be someone that you are actually not. What all of that leads to is further isolation, alienation from your children, alienation from your family, your friends, and from your own self, because you truly start questioning yourself. When you see your behavior changing in aggressive ways, when you see yourself reacting and being irritated all the time, screaming, yelling, doing things you're not used to doing, you look at yourself in the mirror and you ask the question, who are you? I don't recognize you. Who have you become? And that is how a narcissist instills that chronic doubt in your mind. You don't even know what happens until a day comes. You find yourself leaving, packing your bags, and never looking back. If this is what you are experiencing now or have experienced in the past, there's only one thing I would like you to know. You are not crazy. The narcissist is making you crazy so that their real craziness is not revealed to the world. They are the monster behind the scenes working you up all the time so that they get to play the victim card and gain sympathy from everybody. Trust your experiences. Remember that you are not like this always. You were forced to be this way. And you can heal, but they are destined to destroy themselves by repeating the same cycle with multiple people in the future. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate your presence. Drop your experiences in the comments below. I'll talk to you very soon. Until then, let the healing begin and continue.